Welcome back to LGS Tip Tuesday, where every week I'll be giving you tips on how to keep you motivated and encourage you to enjoy your skateboarding. This week I'm talking about conquering fear when you're riding your skateboard. How can you overcome that fight or flight response that's stopping you from trying something that you know you want to do? Now, as a skateboard instructor, it's my job to know when the right time is for a student to move on and try something new. The thing I've learned is the biggest thing holding someone back is fear. The fear of falling off their skateboard and getting hurt. Now, I know this is a natural human trait that's developed over years of evolution. However, if you want to be a skateboarder, you're going to have to learn how to cope with it. So what happens to beginner skateboarders? They get this little thought that pops up into their head and they're thinking, what will happen if I fall off? You see, this is where the problem relies, because some people will have a thought of, oh my god, it's the end of the world, I'm getting really hurt. And other people acknowledge that, you know what I'm doing is fairly low risk, it's not going to be that bad. You'd be incredibly unlucky to get a serious injury as a beginner. It's not like you're spinning in the air, you're not jumping down stair sets. Worst case, generally what happens, you might get a bruise or two. So I've been skateboarding 17 years, so I'm quite used to falling off the skateboard. I've managed to get to a place now where when I fall, I actually laugh it off. You see, it doesn't hurt that much and I find it amusing. So check out a few of my full videos from the last year.
That was it.
So I've just explained how it's the fear of falling off the skateboard that's making you scared and holding you back from progressing your skills. So the question we have is, what can you do to overcome that emotion that's stopping you from wanting to try? So skateboarders have different ways of coping and being able to overcome the situations like this. For example, some may get OCDs. Now, I don't know if you know Andrew Reynolds, he's a professional skateboarder. One of his OCDs, obsessive compulsive disorders, is before he tries his trick, he has to grab his skateboard and tap it on the floor 3 times. By doing this, it puts him in a good mental place to be able to try the trick that he wants to do. A more simpler method that I use when I'm teaching is to do a countdown method. Go 3, 2, 1. Now, when you get to 1, you've got to pull the trigger and be brave. This is where that fight or flight response is going to come in. And when push comes to shove, when you're on to that last second, are you going to be brave and go for it, or are you going to wimp out? I believe this method can work because it removes the responsibility of trying it from yourself and blames it onto the countdown. Like it wasn't your choice to try it, the countdown forced you to. It wasn't your fault, you just had to go. One of my methods for conquering fear in skateboarding is to think of the phrase "send it." That phrase is used with extreme sports athletes, it's well known at skate parks. It reminds me of being with friends and encouraging each other and motivating you to give it a try. And for this reason, one of the tattoos I have is "send it." I got it placed right there, "send it," so that whenever I need that motivation, I can look down at myself, remind myself I've got to send it and go for this. So you want to drop in a ramp, but you're not sure if you're going to try it. I'm going to go through a few of the different outcomes that you're going to find yourself in from having given it a go. Obviously, the dream scenario is you make it and you're happy and you're pumped. You go home, you feel really good, you're on a high, life's the best. Another scenario is you might try it a few times, but you don't unfortunately get it. But you know what? You've had a few falls, you're not actually that hurt. You still go home being like, phew, I was brave and I tried it when I didn't know if I would. And then the final scenario is where you don't try it at all. You're going to go home and you're going to feel really disappointed in yourself that you didn't give it a try. And because you didn't try, you didn't know what would happen. And because you didn't know what happened, you're going to keep thinking it in your head. Would I have made it? Would I have fallen? So all these thoughts going on and just the disappointment you've got in yourself, I think that's worse than actually taking the fall in the first place. Also, in today's day and age, everyone's got a mobile phone. It's so easy to record what you're doing. If you make it, great, you've got a clip, you're really happy. If you have a fall, it's okay. It's something to be funny and look back on in the future. All right, well, that's it for this tip. If you enjoyed the video, you might enjoy my tip from last week. I was talking about the hashtag skate every damn day. Hopefully there's a box popping up somewhere around here that you can click on and go watch it. I'll be working hard to ensure this is a great YouTube channel from 2021 onwards. It'll mean the world to me. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And as always, keep on skating!